What's going on, guys? Briar Rabbit here. Today I want to talk about microtransactions versus a subscription service for Destiny. So this is actually a relatively old conversation that's come back into my mind because of the Planet Destiny podcast. Last week on the Planet Destiny podcast, me and Pope Bear got into a fairly lengthy conversation about the benefits of having a subscription service versus microtransactions paying for the development of Destiny. Now, before I get too deep into this, I want to make one thing clear. I do not want DLC to have a cost associated with it. For instance, the Dark Below, I think, is the best example of this. The Dark Below really pissed new players off when it was released in December, right after the game came out. The reason for this was that the game came out, people got it for Christmas, put it into their PlayStations and Xboxes, couldn't wait to start playing the game that all their friends were talking about, and quickly discovered that before they could play with their friends in the newest raid or the newest strikes or on the newest PvP maps, they actually had to spend another $20 or $30 to update the game that they had just gotten, their brand new $60 game, to a current level so that they could play with their friends. Now, I liked the Dark Below. I thought it was pretty fun. I was really excited how quickly it came out after the release of Vanilla Destiny. I was hoping that they would be able to maintain that pace of DLC, but I don't like the fact that the Dark Below cost $30. I don't even remember the price of it. It was $20 or $30. In the way that segmented the population. Now, with DLC, charging for DLC, what you see is that every time you release that DLC, you somewhat segment the population of your game. You can see this a lot in Call of Duty, where every time they release some new maps, the player base on those new maps is smaller than it was previous to that, right? Because some people opt into buying those new maps, some people don't. So some people will be able to get into a playlist that has old maps and new maps, and some people are going to be restricted to a playlist that has only the old maps. This is going to happen exactly the same in Destiny. When the Dark Below came out, some people were restricted to playlists that only had the old maps in it for the Crucible. They could only play the old strikes. They could only play the old raids. Other people were playing all the newest content, and that segmented the player base. That happened again with House of Wolves, and then again with the Taken King. At some point, I think that Destiny needs to get off of this model, because lowering that player base behind the paywall is restricting people's ability to keep up with their friends and to play the game behind that paywall. I think is detrimental to the success of Destiny. So how do we solve that? Now, Pope Bear was arguing for a subscription model, which a lot of games have used to great success. I think that model, though, is getting long in the tooth and a bit aged. Obviously, World of Warcraft is probably the strongest argument for that model. However, there's some significant differences between World of Warcraft and a game like Destiny. One is the platform you play it on. World of Warcraft is a PC game. Destiny is different, though. Destiny is played on consoles where you already are paying a subscription service just to play online on those consoles. For PSN, for Xbox Live, whichever one you choose, you're paying them a monthly fee so you can play online. So Destiny or Bungie asking for more money per month just so you can play their game and justifying it for development, I don't think that's going to work. For me, personally, I play so much Destiny, I would pay a subscription fee. I wouldn't really have a problem with it. There's plenty of things that I pay a subscription model for that I feel, happy to do so for. Netflix, Hulu, my AT&T bill. My AT&T bill is way too high, but, I still pay it every month and like the service that they give me. Destiny is different, though. Destiny's got a younger player base. As an adult male, I can pay, let's say, $10 or $15 to Bungie to play Destiny per month. However, a lot of the players who play Destiny aren't in my financial position. Let's look at a 16-year-old possibly who maybe he's got a job. Maybe he's saving money up for his first car, or he just got his first car and he's, using all his money to pay for gas and for insurance, right? It's his first time paying for these things. Money is tight. Money is real tight. is $10 or $15 a month for Destiny gonna be worth it, assuming that he's already paying $10 or $15 a month for PSN or Xbox Live? I don't see that as sustainable income for Destiny. Maybe when a new DLC comes out, they'll get a huge influx of new subscribers. But over the long term, especially in the slow times, I think that they would find that a lot of people would cancel those subscriptions or choose not to pay them at all, just on the pure gall of Bungie asking for that money. Now, microtransactions, I think, are a little different. Microtransactions obviously have an odd place in history for gamers. A lot of people really don't like them. I have strange thoughts about them. Some of them I like, some of them I don't. But as long as they don't actually affect gameplay, as long as they're mostly for cosmetics, for just kind of cool looking stuff, I'm okay with it. And in fact, I support it because just like buying an art book for my favorite game or buying a limited edition for my favorite game, it's just cool to have extra stuff that just kind of makes the experience cooler. I really don't have a problem with microtransactions. Pope Bear had an argument where basically microtransactions, or with microtransactions, you're getting a few paying for the many. So consider somebody like me who maybe spent $40 on microtransactions, funding my DLC basically for a bunch of people who never bought any microtransactions. That's one way to look at it, but it's not really the way I look at it. For instance, when I spend $40 on microtransactions, I'm spending that money on the things I want, not really thinking about funding for other people. It's not, I don't have some kind of altruistic motive in my heart that I'm, spending a bunch of money so everybody can play Destiny. That's not what's in my heart. I want a cool new dance mode. I want a cool new emote, or I want a cool sparrow, or I want, this or that. I don't really care that some people can spend money on this and some people can't. I do have some sympathy for people who have limited budgets but still want to play Destiny. That's why I'm very resistant to the subscription model. I think that the bigger the Destiny community is, the stronger it is and the more vibrant it is. So I want more people to be included in the Destiny community, not less. So those are really kind of my thoughts on microtransactions versus subscriptions. I don't think I'm going to be reaching here. I honestly think that most of you are going to agree with me here. If Bungie tried to implement a subscription service along with Destiny, I think there would be outrage. I think that there was a little bit of outrage about microtransactions, but the way they've implemented it isn't that bad. For the most part, it is just cosmetic stuff, and I think that's okay. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Are you in favor of a subscription service with Destiny if it meant more regular DLC that you would get for free? You'd be paying for it with your subscriptions. Would you rather see Destiny go back to paid for DLC, or are you kind of okay with the way they're heading with microtransactions that basically pay for the further development of Destiny? So that's kind of what I've been thinking. I am looking forward to hearing what you've been thinking down in the comments below. I also wanted to apologize real quick about the lack of content on this channel. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I got sucked into Daredevil on Netflix in a huge way, and for, I don't know, the last 3 days or so, every minute I have to spare, every time that normally I would be playing some Destiny or making a video, I'm not gonna lie, I've been watching Daredevil and I've been loving it. I absolutely love season 2 of this show. If you watched season 1 on Netflix and liked it, season 2 I think is even better. They brought back some old characters, they introduced some new characters. I really love the interplay between the two sets of characters. It was really fantastic. It was action-packed and interesting, and the storyline was really good. So that's what I've been doing. Daredevil. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit that like button if you liked the video. Hit subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time.